I'm Joe Duffy, CEO of OffshoreInsiders.com. We're going to take a look at the Big Ten preview, Indiana and Ohio State. Make sure you follow me at Offshore Insider on all socials. And please, when you decide you like the information that we give, and you're definitely going to like it, please make sure you like and subscribe. It's very important. You want free information each and every day, free picks from a guy who's been winning publicly since 1988, since the Score Phone days. Please like this video. All right, let's get to it. By the way, also later on in this report, I'm going to tell you who the top-rated handicappers have been at PicksDepot.com. That's our partner site. Remember all those highly rated handicappers that used to be on the Master Lock line? They're now at Picks Depot. And I'm also going to tell you who have been the best teams to bet on and against this year in college football. All right, let's get to it and visit OffshoreInsiders.com for the best sports picks in the industry. The opening line in this game saw Ohio State at 5.5 and 48.5. The best lines available: Ohio State minus 4.5, minus 110. Indiana plus 5.5, plus 110. Visit OffshoreInsiders.com for the best vetted sports books and where to shop around for the best lines. The best totals: over 48.5, minus 102. Under 48.5, minus 109. The splits on the side: 58% of the bets, 88% of the cash is on Indiana. Splits on the total: 76% of the bets and 77% of the cash on the over. This game is being played at Lucas Oil Stadium, so it is hardly a neutral game. We like to call it a neutral field advantage for Indiana, as Ohio State will be traveling 178 miles. Indiana will be traveling 50 miles for this game. Indiana 7-5 against the spread, but by a nation's best 11.6 margin of cover. Ohio State 10-1-1, but they're only averaging a cover by 6.3 points per game, quote unquote, compared to obviously Indiana. Ohio State is going under 8-4, going under by an average of 4 points per game, while Indiana is going over 7-5, going over by an average of 3.6 points per game. Now, I know we say public dogs generally die, and they do, but the big exception is when the public is betting on underdogs that are quality teams, such as ranked teams in college football and the college basketball, and certainly when it comes to the postseason. Now, technically, this is considered a regular season game from a handicapping standpoint, certainly a postseason game. So the fact that it is a slight contrarian lean towards Ohio State, because the public is betting on the underdog of Indiana, but not maybe as overwhelming of a contrarian as it would be when the public bets on a regular season underdog. Teams that are off of a road win in a game in which they attempted 10 or fewer first downs is 215, 138, and 8. That favors Indiana. Undefeated underdogs of 2.5 or more in game 6 or later are 139, 112, and 7. That favors Indiana. Go with the favorite of 3 or more in a battle of two ranked teams not playing a true road game: 399, 291, and 18. That would favor Ohio State. Sportsline does have Ohio State winning 27-22. Teams off of dominant rushing games, that means at least 300 yards plus other factors. That goes under at a 585, 396, and 25 rate. Admittedly, not under at the ridiculous rate that it did for years when Joe Duffy's picks at OffshoreInsiders.com was hitting our unders like 70%, well, 60% for the year. Neutral games, again, not a home or away game. This is going to be very true when it comes to handicapping for the bowls, March Madness, college basketball tournaments. If you look at splits, again, use the dictionary as a handicapping tool. A neutral game is not a road game. It's also not a home game. It is literally that, a neutral game. So you'll see in the bowls, in fact, the teams with the better road winning percentage on the road are generally, in neutral games are generally go again. Same thing, March Madness, but that, we do it by into each individual game. Ohio State's actually 18-2 against the spread with more than 6 days rest after completing 19 or fewer passes their last game. Indiana's Fernando Mendoza and Ohio State Julian Sayin. A lot of people say this is also a battle for the Heisman Trophy. Now, what is that on a handicapping standpoint? That's why so many people are betting on the over. So I think the fact you got two such high-profile quarterbacks gives a little bit of an edge towards the under. There is an overlay when it comes to the total. All the years I've been handicapping, I don't know if I've ever said a team's going to have a letdown is susceptible to a letdown in a conference championship game. But yeah, Ohio State finally beat Michigan, ending a 4-game losing streak against their hated rival, especially after the flag planting last year. And Ohio State, the defending national champions, they're looking at the big picture, which is the national championship. Ohio State will probably be the top ranked, will be a top 4 team, even if they lose this game, unless they get blown out. You could actually argue that there is a lot more for Indiana to play for. And like I said, Ohio State might be actually susceptible for a letdown in a conference championship game. Very rarely going to say that. Indiana, this is only their second year as a powerhouse, so they'll certainly be plenty motivated. Anyway, my free pick for this game, my free pick is to go with the Indiana Hoosiers getting the 4.5, as it is very tough for, as I said, Ohio State to avoid, which is really kind of a true sandwich game in this Big Ten championship game. And like I said, by the way, please, if you have, and we're going to talk about the top handicappers in the nation in just one moment, the top ranked handicappers over at picksdepot.com. Do you have something you want me to look up in any single solitary sport, college basketball situation? Maybe you want me to look at a team that's won 8 out of their last 10 games in college basketball against a team that's dropped 5 of the last 7. Or a situation, a theory you want me to test, double-digit favorites off of a double-digit loss in the NBA. Whatever it is, please post it in the comments section. I'll respond. I will look it up for you. Any reasonable request, I'll look up for you. I'll answer any single questions. You got an opinion on this game? I want to hear your opinions. Make sure you put that in the comments section. But tell me what you want from these videos. Do you just want more free picks? Do you want more evergreen stuff where we discuss handicapping theories and a whole lot more? Please just put that in the comments section. Like I said, most importantly, give me a like. That tells me you want more great content like this. But don't you go away, because we've got more information on this report, including what are the best teams to bet on and against, and of course, who are the highest ranked handicappers this year. Here are your top handicappers in the world in college football this year. Look at Brooke Bennett, who is dominating, up 32 units and a nice ROI of 23.6. Also at Picks Depot, Dustin Hawkins, Mark Wilson, Hunter Price, Info Cash Picks, Chip Chirimbus, Brian Bittler, nice veteran, knows his stuff, Black Widow. We got some really good handicappers who are having great years in college football at Picks Depot, and you can follow all those handicappers. Again, just click on the leaderboards at Clicks Depot, and you can choose whichever sport that you want to take a look at. As I said, that's college football, but you can also take a look at the top NFL handicappers. Congratulations to Big Al McMorty, Mr. East, Info Cash Picks, and Brian Bittler at the top. And as you can see, you can arrange by profit, winning percentage, return on investment, etc. It's all at picksdepot.com.